Hi, this is Kamera. My first few minutes with God, day 41, Exodus chapter 33 through 35. God tells Moses, get going. You and the children of Israel, you guys need to get to this land that I promised your ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give to you descendants. This promised land overflowing with milk and honey. Currently, there are inhabitants, but I'm sending my angel ahead of you guys to get rid of them, to drive them out. That's important to remember. He says he's going to drive them out. He's going to drive them out. The Canaanites, the Amorites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, the Jebusites. And he tells them, go to this land with milk and honey. God tells Moses that he's not going to travel with them, along with them, because the children of Israel, they're stubborn and they're rebellious. And if he traveled with them, he would he would definitely destroy them along the way. Yeah, he tells them to get rid of the fine jewelry that they're wearing and the clothing until he decides what he's going to do with them. And Moses, you'll find later on that Moses pleads with God to go with them, just go with them. And so he says, everyone's going to know that you're not with us or what have you. But God's like, listen, I'm going to take care of your enemies. People are going to know that I'm still with you. I'm going to perform all type of miracles still that you've never, ever seen. And he tells them that once he gets rid of the inhabitants, or even if there are some, because there are some he's going to leave there. He said, do not make a treaty with any of those inhabitants, because if you do, then you'll fall into the trap of doing what they're doing, following their evil ways. You don't want to fall into that trap, so do not do what they do. Do not sign a treaty with them. And Moses, when he goes up to the Lord, God had told him to take 2 tablets, chase out 2 tablets, and bring them up to the mountain, Mount Sinai, and he's going to inscribe again the terms of the covenant, the 10 commandments. Remember, Moses had smashed the other 2 when he came down from the mountain the first time. And God says this is to replace the ones that you smashed. But he was so patient with Moses. He really was. How about when Moses, he does meet with God on a regular, he goes outside the camp and he erects this tent, and that's where he meets God. It's called the tent of meetings. When Moses goes to goes inside that tent, the children of Israel, they're watching from the entrance of their tents. They're watching Moses go into this tent of meetings, and they're noticing how, as God's spirit comes, he covers the entrance with a cloud. And so when the children of Israel see that cloud, they bow down and they worship God. And it says that when Moses leaves, Joshua remains in the tent of meetings. It's something how Joshua have access to God. That right there gets me every time when it says that Joshua was with Moses. Yeah, Joshua was with Moses. And so remember, Moses pleads with God, please, I don't want to leave you if you're not going to go with us. Moses, God ain't going with you. You guys are crazy. But I'm just messing around. And so Moses tells God that he wants to see him face to face. God says, I can't let you do that. No one sees my face and live. And he does show him a part of him, which is the back of him. And he just say some things as he passes. Moses goes up to that mountain for another 40 days and 40 nights. And when just him alone, and when he comes down, he's all radiated, all bright. Children of Israel are fearful. When they see this, they are scared. And so Moses, he talks to them. And then once he's done, he covers his face. When he goes to the tent of meetings, he covers his face. And Moses instructs them again to observe the Sabbath. The day is just that serious. The offerings of the tabernacle. He calls out the craftsmen, all the craftsmen, and he points out that Bezalel is a master craftsman filled with God's spirit, and he has all these gifts and these talents and these expertise and just all these skills. And then Oholiab is also, those 2 will have the ability to teach people as well. And then he goes over everything that needs to be made. The people are willing and they are eager to give. They give freely, and everything is a beautiful thing. When you hear it, it's just a beautiful thing. And so there you have it, guys. That's day 41, Exodus chapter 33 through 35. You have a God-filled blessed day.